All right, so I'm coming with another video now. Again, it's been a while since I was posting videos, so why not get some more content in there? So I had a very big incident today. That's the first time that something like that happened in my whole life, where somebody who had an official position as a staff member, part of a company, an organization, was supposed to be part of programs and kind of understanding people, kind of giving them a little bit of a different opinion and just kind of assisting a little bit, to kind of make people feel a bit better, have a little bit more fun. And that's a person, and that's never happened to me in my life. Was like the head staff was an Arab lady, and it was a white lady, and she really, like, literally, I went, I wasn't even getting animated. I was like, so this guy said this, and he said, you fucking Argentinian piece of shit, and I told him, he said it like 6-7 times, and where I was coming at it, like, if you want to deal with me, come talk to me, let me know if you have a problem. Let's talk about it and see what the deal is. But if not, I mean, what do you really want? I mean, so they were getting at me about me, and I was like, what about this guy? And he's playing games, like, he's throwing it in my face, like, yeah, Arabs, I'm an Arab, you're a Latin, and I beat you today using the system. You know what I mean? That's not because the system was always weaker. That's why we were good. That's why we worked well with the system, because it was soft and it was weak. It was like, in our system, it was like, you really fuck around, and shit'll happen. You know what I mean? Like it'll get serious. With these guys, it's like, yeah, we'll use it. It's like the teacher, and I've heard of this happening. Like, teachers just being like, hey kid, did you slam your locker closed? You're kicked out of school for good. I'm not the only one in this situation. It's a lot of Latin people that are facing this. It's true sometimes. Drew Life said this. He said sometimes Latin people, we don't even know who we are. And it's true, we don't really know who we are. We are an actual race. To me, Latin people is like the largest modern race of all time. And that's a real thing. I mean, I saw a documentary on I think it was Discovery or History or something, one of those channels, and they actually said, when Hernan Cortez was Latin. He was from Spain and he was Latin, and then when he came over, he coined the term Latino. In the New World, that the indigenous people, the local people, and the Latin people mixing, that it would create a new race called Latino. So we are a new race, but we don't even know who we are. Half the time, people say to us that we're like Indian people, that we're like Chinese people, that we're like Arab people, we're like white people, we're like black people. We always get that. We always told that we're a mixed race, or that we're lesser, or whatever the case is. And I think, it's time to wake up. It's time to understand who we are. It doesn't matter which part of Latin America you're from, or if you're from Spain. We're Latino. And we're Latin people. We even have relatives that go as far back as Romania. The Latin people, Hernan Cortez and the conquistadors, they came from places like Romania. Romania is Roman with an I and an A. It's basically means Roman land, and it's about the Latin people that lived there 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 years ago. The folklore of the ancient vampires and the historic vampires comes from Romania. I couldn't believe what I experienced. Anyways, I want to talk about other things too. So where I've been, what have I been doing? No, so I had a reflection with the cannabis kind of place. I don't actually take cannabis or anything like that. I don't even get to go out. I get to go out twice a week. That's it, to get like essential food and drink. But I wasn't actually getting cannabis or anything. I really am not even supposed to be getting that, and I don't get it. But it had a good reflection, so it made for a good video. It allows me to get a reflection out there and get a kind of obvious thing going and getting a video there going. People ask me about my family. I don't have an actual family, and I basically was raised by a woman who had no children. Basically her sister had died, and she decided to marry her sister's husband and raise his kids. I came into the picture way after these guys. It was actually a bit of a confusion. They were looking after a different baby, and it was basically an agreement between two families to kind of, okay, you have, let's switch the babies around because this baby should belongs here, that baby should go there, that kind of thing. And that's happened to Latin people quite commonly. We're always thrown around with other races. People say that we're just like black people sometimes, or we're like Chinese people, or we're like white people. We always get that going on, that we're not a real race, we're just a mixed race or something like that. So when it comes to family, I am in contact with a family that I've associated with for a long time, and I consider my real family. When the police was interviewing me after my bank robbery, I kept saying that I couldn't remember the name of my mother. They thought I was going crazy. I was like, no, man. And my real mother. You know what I mean? And so I think they knew that. They were trying to get me to say what my real mother's name is and all that. And I have a mother, even though I have a family that lives in Ontario. I have family members that live in New York. And my family ranges. I have family from Romania. They originally came from Romania. They live in the Greater Toronto area, and I do contact them. I do send them letters and things like that. We do actually talk to each other back and forth. I consider them more my real family than these people. Who claim that that they that they drove me to school once or something like that. And I'm like, no, that doesn't mean shit. The Pakistani people and cheap people, it doesn't mean shit. It's like, I gave you $10 and you now are not giving me $20 when I asked you, or you're treating me bad. Do you understand that I give you $10? Do you understand how important $10 is? These people are ridiculous. I don't associate with Pakistanis, Indians, Arabs, or any of their families, any Muslims or anything like that. I'm all about Latin people. I'm all about Christianity. I'm all about Catholicism, and I'm not into Islam or Middle Easterns or Pakistanis or Indians or none of that. I'm not to disrespect them specifically. I'm gonna disrespect you every time, but I don't fuck with you. I'm not like you. I'm not trying to be like you. I have families that I fuck with. I have friends that I fuck with. Even from this position, I have actually been able to make a life. Like, I have a social life out there in the streets, in the world, in the city, in the towns, in the village, in other countries. I actually have a existent social life as of today. I'm an adult, I'm a real adult, and I've had real changes, and I'm a real person. A lot of real things have gone on. Anyways, again, I'll come back with another video later. Maybe we'll get the channel going up again, maybe just once in a while, but let's see what happens. I never try to make a decision without listening to the system as a whole and hearing everything else. So we'll leave it out there for now.